What's up, Renegade Nation? Before we begin the video, I'd like to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters, Jordan J, Marvoius, Clever Willow, Anurang Krishnan, Ryan Towers, Ross Lingard, Paper, Zakuma, Richard Dirkman, Ryan James Maxwell, Kenjiro Talbashi, Kick Game, and Jessica Miller. Thank you all so much for your support. And if you want to support us on Patreon, feel free to click the link below in the description to find out more. Thanks again.
Boom, down, down.
I'm not even gonna try.
Sorry. So, Breaking Bad was a great television series, no doubt. And a lot of people wanted to know what happened next. However, we got Better Call Saul, which in its own right is a good series. But
Didn't tell us anything about
it
what
doesn't
happened
tell
next.
us anything about what happened before. It tells us how Jimmy became Saul. That's effectively what that whole thing encompasses. Whereas here, El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, is actually going to tell us sort of what happened afterwards, especially with one character, Jesse Pinkman, which I got to be honest, I mean, Aaron Paul, when I first saw him in this role, I didn't know what to think. I was like, really? This guy? This kid? And then you start to get to know him and you see how deep his character is, and you're just like, he's more than just a meme on the internet. You know, yeah, science. You know, yeah, bitch. Yeah, science.
It's my own private domicile. I will not be harassed, bitch.
Exactly. So he's more than a meme. I mean, Jesse Pinkman is a great character, and so many people identify with. You know,
I actually hated him at first, and then
me
he
too.
grew on me. Like I couldn't stand him at first.
yeah,
I
me
was
too,
like,
because
no.
he was an asshat.
Yeah,
he
was just an idiot.
Yeah,
First of all,
he was an idiot, an asshat, and he got in way over his head,
Yep.
and he didn't know how to handle it. And truth is, when I watched Breaking Bad for the first time, I was just like, damn, this character. Like, for instance, Aaron Paul in public has all these people, not just like people on the street. He said he was standing in the middle of a parking lot in California. Actually in New Jersey. He was standing in a parking lot in New Jersey, and he was waiting for his car to get back because it was they would come and give him his car back. And he was standing there, and while he was standing there, a limousine drove by. And as that limousine drove by, he was just like, wonder who's in there. Anyway, it goes back to not thinking about it. And the limo drives by again. And then he's like, is that the same limo? Oh, well. And then limo drives by a third time, and it stops. And all of a sudden, and it's at a fair distance away, about a good 20, 30 feet away. And he's staying there just waiting for the valet to get back with his car. And then out of the car steps Rihanna. And Rihanna runs up to him, and she's like, Jesse! And just like gives him a big old hug, takes a selfie with him. And he's just like,
Crazy.
And she's like, I just wanted to say hi. I never had a chance to meet you before, and I'm so glad I can finally meet. And he's like, yeah, it's hi. I mean,
Hi.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Freaking Rihanna, one of the most like popular like people in the entire world,
Yeah.
wants to give him a hug.
She's pretty too.
Oh,
so.
very pretty. Yes.
I would be like, whoa,
Oh.
I got to hug a pretty lady. Very pretty lady.
A very, very pretty woman. But he said in public, people just run up to him, and every time they're just like, Jesse! Or just like, Aaron Paul, I loved you in freaking Breaking Bad. And he's just like, yeah, thanks. And he's like, you know, every time I hear that, I hear people say that, I'm like, okay, my kids one day are going to grow up, and they're going to think that my nickname is bitch.
Right? It's just going to be like,
Yeah, that's probably gonna happen with Keith. You know,
Seth Rogen's going to drive by and see him out with his kids and be like, bitch! And just gonna be like,
And the kids are
Just
going to
be
be
like,
like,
"God
why
damn."
do you call you that, Daddy?
Dang,
And he's
Seth
just going to be
Rogen.
like, that son of a bitch. But, yeah. So, El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, a new little trailer released for it. at the Emmys, and we're going to watch this and see what it entails. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, bingo. This trailer actually features an El Camino. What's up, Jess?
Breaking news tonight. A horrific scene with multiple victims. It started when neighbors reported hearing hundreds of gunshots fired. When Albuquerque police arrived, they discovered the bodies of 9 male victims, many shot multiple times. Veteran police officers calling the level of carnage, quote, staggering. Apparently, a remote-controlled machine gun was used in the killings. Investigators are searching for a person of interest who fled the scene. Anyone with information on this massacre is asked to call police immediately.
Okay. Oh, that little inflection of the theme there at the end of that.
Like it says in select theaters and Netflix.
Yeah, they said
I
we're
kinda
going to get a
like
release.
that.
near here,
I
probably.
kind of like that.
Well, if it's going to be on Netflix, I'm watching it anyway. But
Yeah.
if it's going to be in theaters, just
I'd
like
love to go
even
see it.
better.
yeah, that's
theater,
even
though.
better because I still love going to movie theaters.
I do, too.
I love the theaters.
It's an experience.
Well,
I hope
especially
it
now
never
that they're
ends up
getting
going-
updated like they are. Like, and they're
Well,
really
they
nice
aren't,
all
dude. I mean,
around.
look at the movie industry. The movie industry rakes in over $10 billion a year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going anywhere. Movie theaters are still a viable way to watch movies, and they're not going away anytime soon. But with this going into theaters, that'd be an interesting thing. That'd be very interesting. And you notice they omitted something from the report. The report that...
Well, they didn't say anything about finding the body of who.
yeah, exactly. I'm wondering if that's going to be a thing, and that's going to be
We need to go back
something-
and watch that scene and see how many people got shot in that scene. Because if it was 9, not including him,
then
that
maybe
would be very
that would,
significant.
Yeah, that
actually.
would be. I mean, we got to go back. You know what? I like that because it makes us want to go back and rewatch
Right?
the damn thing.
Yeah.
We'll have to rewatch the scene and see how many people bite the dust. Because I know there were a lot of dudes in there, and I remember at least 6 inside of the building. 7, no, the guy outside the building, and maybe a couple more. But yeah, I don't know. There's several things that could several ways that it could play out. I know a lot of people in the comment section down below are going to say bringing back Walter White would destroy the whole meaning of the series and everything.
I disagree.
No, that is an opinion that you are allowed to have. I'm not going to say that your opinion is wrong, but it is your opinion to have. But you and me, that what I'm saying now is you as a fan and me as a fan have no say in what the hell happens in this series. None. We can only speculate, we can only theorize, and we can only hope and dream and all that.
And then if they do something you don't like, it's your choice to ignore that.
Exactly.
It's like when Ridley Scott fucked up Alien. I just choose to ignore that he had.
Fair enough. And that's a good way to look at it. But everything that has happened in the Breaking Bad franchise, everything, to lead up to that has led up to this moment right here, this film. I mean, it's a hell of a trail. It's a fucking whirlwind of a trail, and no one has walked away unscathed, especially Jesse, who's pretty much the lone survivor because Lydia's gone, Todd's gone, Walt's probably gone, Mike is gone. The only ones that have survived are Jesse and Saul. But Saul is in a completely different life now. After he got relocated, he's in a completely different life. And now, I mean, Jesse, he's pretty much the last remnant of this entire bloody affair. And Hank's gone too. I mean, everyone that has been involved with this in a direct manner, except for him and Skyler, actually, because Skyler was involved in laundering the money in a lot of ways. But yeah, he's the last main player on the board, and they're trying to get him. And I guess we're going to see how it all plays out whenever Jesse Pinkman goes on the lam from the federal government. We'll see how long he lasts. So, yeah, everybody, I hope you all are excited. I really do, because I'm excited. I'm hyped as shit for this.
Yeah.
I really want to watch this. So, anyway, until next time, everybody, signing off. I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you later. Peace.